show. Halifax Ansah-Addo, 107 FM. Halifax Ansah-Addo, 107 FM. Are you? Entertainment show with your host Halifax Ansah-Addo, 107 FM. So the first one was Yeka Muntie by the good old Samuel Osu, and this one is Aye by Charles Kojo Fosu, aka DL, aka Daddy Lumba. Dedicating this one to my friend, my brother Charles Techibwedu. He's a member of the President's Press Corps. He's a senior journalist at the Daily Guide newspaper. Charles Techibwedu, Minyonko Papa. That's on the Bialba, not a akanisim. I don't know how hair gets into his teeth anyway, but not get a toothpick, knee equipment, stethoscope, and the tools and the gadgets. Yeah, back Monday and Zumiamba, me go 2 hours. I call you or me ho. But I'm quite you or me boss ho. And I mean kind of simple. Congratulations to you, the Osahin himself, Alexander Kwamena Afinyo Markin, barrister at law, Oxford trained, etc., etc. But also, I didn't just say majority leader, no. Just say I did send a baby. No more if you like, Sunny Water, say, baby, you know. How are the mighty falling? Which ones survived? Which ones did not survive? Alexander says, thank you, Efutu. So he increased his votes from 53% in 2020 to some 67 point something percent in 2024. I mean, and by anyway, my studio 2 is red. My mom paying for Yakwaba. Me bona Santo Kra no sitting or sister with there. We were saying something now. Santo.
I don't know na sawuti oh yeah not just samaba
On that note, I have 3 people in the studio as my panel members. I have Lady JJ herself, Lady JJ, media personality. I have Sukri Safo from the Office of the Beyond the Return Secretariat, and the man himself, Nene Benete Akwakwa Mashena Sipe. Okay,
thank you, Halifax.
Boko dear. JJ, you are the only lady that makes sense.
Hey, I do. Oh.
I don't ni abo. Na sawuti. Konkoya. Not just samaba.
Anyway, JJ. Let me guess your opening remarks.
Elephant at top form.
Oh,
yeah. You vote here in peace, and Ghana they a peaceful country. And first of all, voters turnout was very pour. Very, very poor. People didn't exercise their franchise.
For who? Hold on. It was poor for who?
Oh, yeah, to abano. Baby anto. What am I say? And it affected both parties, but party be there omo they affected omo pa. Why I'm saying so is that I think that if people had voted and think figures never say, but of course it is a very big endorsement for President-elect Mahama via the papa because 1.6 million difference. Ish, if more shit, more true. And you de na ye bo.
Inti say de dia. What exactly does it mean?
You de na ye bo because the people actually voted for Mahama. Ya kasa you de na ye bo. Wow, what a massive vote. Oh yeah, there because 1 million from class still. I can't be fear asemaba.
Okay, Maminti General Sukri Safo. Namakwanene, so then we start our discussions in general.
Halifax.
General.
The beauty of democracy is yemfe jan. E drum ribia ni epobi edi yenim kan yesi nyina ye sheda obi amra mekire na dwen Ghana de no ye de 7 December obi a bontoa ena edru time no NDC mami congratulate you papa say okay ya mom mandate no ene omuna omudi nkunim ewo ye friend say no
Abatonum.
Omudi nkunim Halifax.
Yeah.
Who postmortem no? Say yeah.
Yeah, but I say we opening remarks. I go to them and then I beam from different angles. Men's American politics out. I mean, it's American politics. And then the man himself, Nene Benete Akwa, Keno Krom, Pen Quadam Quada, or your penny won't be me when I saw a words of evangelical ministry. Nasi Jumeda, we shall not see your Jumon Katash was so beautiful. Yeah, so what it shall then offer ya da any Krobo cry into yet he come wo and then I see wo.
I don't ni abo. Na sawuti. Konkoya. Not just samaba.
Nane, can I quote you?
Ali. When you say listen for me Wilson, word sort of evangelical ministry.
Oh, Osarona, Missy,
at least you do mention them.
What's this of opinion or a friend was saying?
Oh, Pastor Charles.
And then Charles. Pastor Charles says, who friend Cremo? Pastor Charles. Charles name.
Yeah.
Who's your friend of Devantini? Pastor Charles. Quite of you. Okay. Shout out to everybody from Westfield Evangelical Ministry, Shukura, baby and Nene. This of opinion was there be. I don't have classic boa. Nana Yanko, any opening remarks?
Oh, let me see, Abano, you are 12 just a gap, no senior JJ Kayano, beyond anybody's imagination.
Sir,
the guy has actually flouted every reasonable research out there. Na media, it tells me just two things.
Number one,
a landslide victory for somebody. Number two, a humiliating defeat for another person.
oh, Samum.
It is so see you coincide. Coincide. But let me just ask one question. Sekoban say Bawumiana a winning year. And under setting another transition team just for information and education. Sekoban said Dr. Bawumiana winning year.
I think so.
I don't know whether they will form another transition team.
I think so. Because clearly it is from one president to the other.
Ah, okay.
I think so.
Okay.
We are yet to experience a situation where a party in office would hand over to the same party but a different president.
Because the BNC I don't have any precedents. I don't know.
Yes, there are reference points. I'm just looking at the release on the ground. So these are two different people. We have his own set of, for instance, Bakonsi Obayuzi. PCC was 50 ministers. So by all means, I mean, you need to tell. He's just a vice president. He's not a president. You need to tell us, where you've reached, what is happening. I mean, because it's from one government to another, the same party. We can't say that Baumia winning and to me can say, oh, the president Baumia government, it is the same as the President Kufuor government. So that's basically we need to. By so and then how would it be like? So Bamia will bring NPP people, and then Addo brings NPP people, and then they sit and say,
hand over note and whatever, and ask them certain baby asikabiwo, any baby asikabini, I don't know. I'm just trying to think aloud.
Okay, I mean, sir, it's still a growing democracy, but sometimes you can never tell which voice people listen to. Into our radio, no, so no, yeah, they are no betumbi. Let the winning team jubilate in the way that the law allows. Jubilation is allowed. I believe even teasing is allowed. Some trolling is allowed. But the former president, who is not an incoming president, on no account, vandalism is certainly not allowed. Arson is certainly not allowed. Into Biafra Nanuntum na Boko. It is not a coup d'etat. No need to look. We are one people in one country, and then the person whose property you are destroying, he was not the man in government. To say so, for what's the enemy? So MPP ni. Say or MPP ni. But Ebia or Niku Kudre de Kanu. He was more than somebody in opposition. Into be say now I destroy ni niama say muna ma buying power until na ye brenda de because time must so create a buying was on. Baby Okasa is of your opposition. He will defend the party, he will do this, he will do that. But one funny frustration, one fancy. For instance,
the office if somebody is listening, they should tell the president that some of us are getting tired. You should tell the president some of us are getting tired. The frustration is too much. The frustration is too much. We've been quiet for far too long. And it looks like some people feel say being quiet means you are stupid. No. Being quiet is giving people time to reform. We voted for a party. The president is doing whatever he can do. But there are people who don't understand why they are even in office. There are people who don't understand and value whatever they have been assigned to do. Somebody should tell the president something is wrong. We are tired. It's far too long. We can't come and sit here on empty stomach for 4 years. We finish and we go and beg friends for food.
Okay, so this was Sucre Safo 4 years ago, when then people was going for a second term. The truth is, after the first term, I can say he sits on radio on empty stomachs and begs around for food. Second year, nothing changed. It was even worse off. So that is just one example of Obia or your MPP ni. On one position, fear be so a community liaison officer. What exactly that means? So just a glorified messenger for me to say it. Inti enya obia otoma MPP ana obia oye MPP ni na owa ban mu. Halifax, be careful. Control yourself, because enya say be bie na maybe mu. Inti the administrator na say omo attack MPP for state institutions na you know, let's be fair a bit. There are many NPP people, including NPP appointees out there, who were only in government on paper, but in practical terms, no. Santos, then.
Na sawuti konkoya natrasa samaba
and asamso abampa, and let us jubilate in moderation. Yes, Remo. Look, moreover, this is not something we should clap for. This is not something we should encourage. I wouldn't say it is the first time AC. My actual training is in political journalism, not this entertainment thing that came as by default. Mikaipa, once upon a time, MP people were attacked in Agbobolosi. And then, I don't know if Nana was in the country by then. They had to be bused to the asylum down office and then sent to their respective regions. This attitude says, you know, people want to behave as if it's the 1979, the blood must flow. No? I mean, enjoy ye cry. Let us not encourage it. It wouldn't benefit any party if we indoctrinate the youth this way. It will come and enhance the same persons who are doing the indoctrination today. And enjoy ye. We are Ghanaians. We are one people. Let us discourage such things. On that note, let me now go. Let us do our post-mortem analysis, because let's wrap up this politics, and then we now go to our arts proper. Now, JJ, let's start from you. You were saying that we feel say a bimwan betuabano.
Oh yes.
What are your figures?
A lot of people didn't turn up. A lot of people didn't vote. What's the matter? Voting, you know. You meet a lot of people who say I. Me my bread, me could vote cry, me who de you know. At times people feel say, or vote you, when vote you. At the end of the day, there will be chaos. And I say, baby, mana and you see, there's vandalizing and stopping the EC from doing their work. Obawa ma koskata on channel. And at the end of the day, no vote no bona basas on your own to cry. Everyone also say they are just tired of the incumbent government, so they didn't vote. Seriously, a lot of people didn't vote. Somewhere somehow, I'm sure think I vote. Omo voting be vote ya. Like Nene said, the disgrace for some people would have been massive. Papa.
Oh, okay, so your analysis is that Nepa Bibre on one.
They didn't turn up. Yes.
Now, 2 reasons. Almost see one. omo koto kra hwe nsesa
Shensa.
na two omo si omo abre
They are tired of their
and so we calculation and say omo pie so omo koto anka on beto ama green NDC is that your
green,
analysis okay okay let's do Safo general observation postmortem remarks and I make count politics no matter yeah politics because ya ti konkon na semaba
Halifax Mrs. Tanoka story beach me about Mrano school so no ama momo 5
and I will warn you for
ama momo 5
oh no 5 and I will warn you for
me kwa ama momo 1
okay
101
but ama momo 5 na ama momo 7 were the same building
okay
and no say near oriwo omo ho no max onyaye no you di first wa ama momo 7 no or compare nature so wa ama momo 7 anko be di be third
okay
omo be bi no say there be on 5 bi mo ko 7
okay
because I say no obomodin kra mpo ontimi
competition no tough
yes Halifax
yeah
we share near course na clearly it will tell you say NPP true followers decide to punish the party.
Oh, yes. Why would the true follower punish his own party?
Oh, yeah, in politics, sometimes silence is a punishment to your own people. And apathy is also another form of punishment.
Okay.
And you know, me looking at the figures available, no, I realize technically, no, MPP lost the elections. Technically, MPP lost the elections because we show figures now that one. We show near NDC in 2020. No, the compare no munya SCR.
Presidential and
presidential.
So presidential, if my memory serves me right, that was 6.2 million and some coins.
Yes. Now, Upsho wins were 6.3 million
and some coins.
And coins, you know, 2020 coins. Need also say 2020.
So basically, votes are increased by some 100,000 and some coins.
Yes. Yeah. Now share MPP there. MPP drop here.
From 6.7 million to about 4 points. Is it 9 or 4.7?
Yeah. Until who say MPP 4 number 2 ama MPP no. Omo anko because 2020 elections no. We share situation and the war many mona. You realize say 2016 for no be kan ho ebe vote my MPP. In 2020 when things were hard, it was left with the core loyal supporters of the party. And they gave MPP 6.7. Now come 2024. Where were they? They got 4 million. It tells you, say, there was a revolt within the party core business.
But then it is on one bet to no MPP for. Then
because MPP votes no call down. NDC no, it remained the same.
Oh, in Ethiopia, you've maintained your normal 41%. Your normal
2020. If almost free no mobile.
My floating for no. Almost sure my system no more to abandon. You've maintained your usual 4 million.
In 2020, the situation was as hard as this. After COVID, you have the banking sector. You have Galamsey. Fight against Galamsey. You have Men's Gold. Any Nema Ubia was on you.
Yes,
COVID hardship.
Yes, but because Ebia, and I'm just playing the devil's advocate.
I understand you.
Yeah. Because Ebia, they believe say you do not know how to restore lives, but you know how to restore the economy.
Yeah.
Into a PA, two boom boom boom. And I let say
in 2020 and this time no more coins. That 2 million no more coin.
Floating for more say once you can't restore the economy, then Charlie, I mean, where the area mo
into
a month to mam.
Into my
Meaning, you see, meaning because there is no science to show that Omwa beto no the NPP for. We only do this things to assume say well because
I get it.
There is even no evidence to show that the 6.3 million Ghanaians who voted for John Mahama are necessarily all NDC members.
Yes.
There's also no see. That is why sometimes I'm a bit
But me check figures no. That was my conclusion. Say look. Sa NPP winnie bebria I think ombetuma MP NDC
inti wo feel say omwa beto no omo ye NPP for
yes I believe so and I know people closer to me who are MPP omo to bebria me pa omo chew omo nto and they are angry
inti dey na ye say sa 2.3 before no omo beto kra. Do you prefer that one or more beba? No more to my GM. Not GM got 8 points.
Halifax.
And Kabasa, who say,
I don't know abo. Na sawuti. Oh yeah. Not just
so imagine omo between omo de bufo ni e compare say ye koto ama GM angasafo anga beti konkompa ho.
Oh okay. And I make her say minimum am for bebre. Oh do something funny happened there. Something funny because you have a candidate or ye open or serve obia no the core party supporters no and so on so and then they got angry they all serve obia fine yes we do a chia fiti ya bedu ne e cha dia we see you are being fair to everybody
na omo di na chi
omo ye dey
we see omo na omo di na chi sai na sa omo di na chi
they
I said no
okay, yo and I know those people. Most of them, you go around, you are calling them. You say, yeah. Yes. Bibi a okabia or say yeah.
I can't be free.
Obi kraji misika etnans your uncle.
Why are you trying to monetize the vote?
No, say mamiska manfanfa moto nko to abano.
And I say when your candidates, why would you pay for somebody's Okada too?
What's why?
Now we are candidates.
Me candidate, but Halifax, what will you do? Me, despite my disappointment as I sit here.
Oh, you have disappointments?
Oh, it's a known fact, please.
But when you appear on UTV, this my show, Kwesi Abuaji's show, which other show are you even on again? Once in a while,
every show.
I mean, the regular ones not making. You don't make it seem as if.
Oh, really? But if I have a problem, I tell you.
That is privately. But what's her? Me probably wa. Then do you remember what he says? Who ya in this? Because I'm only.
I say you are not proud of your party.
My party first.
Me name say na yeti kong. Really?
Yeah.
But so you don't feel say if you are a true party member and you want the best interest of your party, say problems for what? Yenka. Rather than sweeping the dirt under the carpet.
You can't wait for.
Baby, I can't bet you.
But baby, I can't. Only nipa to one-on-one. Oh, catch them. And I have evidence. 2 years ago. Evidence. No can. You go. You come. You.
Baby, can I me boy na no pay.
I know they put say a problem. No,
anyway.
But what you tell people, and I can even send you evidence. Say you are telling people 2 years ago, even chats, any near man. People will not listen to you. You don't have a degree. Who are you? Meanwhile, you are a grounds person. And if I show you in Nipa, I send you a muska. And you'll be a sick or dear mammy. Sika will be a dear mammy. And yet, as a party sky, dear mammy. Sika will be dear mammy. No me de chicha man for Munkoto will be free Cape Coast. No sending this castle on Fafa camera. Party mouse can be out.
Anyway,
Obi, maybe I down for Bisca or the amount. What am I saying?
So, in summary, for this first round, you believe Ebufu.
Oh yeah.
Disappointment.
And I be a new obetimi add out to say Ebufu. And I make a choice. I know what happened in Ododo.
Was Ebufu due to incompetence?
Incompetence
Failed
on
promises.
the part of strategic thinkers. Yes. For the party. Yes. Incompetence on that, because
should those strategic thinkers be maintained for your next round of?
Na sawuti konkonya na samaba.
Halifax.
Yes.
When God was with Israel from Egypt, it took them 40 years. When they were going, it didn't take them even a month or so when they were going to Israel. But when they were leaving, it took them over 40 years. Nekrakra say, Nyankopon was no. Ubisa me say, so should we change them?
Should we change the strategic thinkers who were incompetent?
Yeah, God, the one in heaven who created heaven and earth, aye nyina ejidino. Who share oni nipa nkita wodi a, edru baby a, one day be from and can Israel for no no can't and raise new ones. So it gets to a point where there must be a radical change. Well, and I say, you see, sometimes I wish you would read something small. 2 years ago, look, there's going to be apathy on the grounds. We need to do this A, B, C, D.
New voters.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they don't listen. And then it happens. No one will share. Come on, Charlie.
If you say they don't listen to us,
I can beat my chest out and say, and I can point. Halifax, one more be position, baby. Juma will do a honor. It involves a huge number of people that maybe from 2016 you were able to bring them on. One more be position to her. O Kodwa can say, look, do me do you pay your and say Chese or more normal. Then they are telling you, say, no, you see, no, you see, you don't know who brought didn't buy. Who
you know?
Come on, no the penalty on into who's crowd also be affected, also be anti me. Because we didn't buy. Halifax,
yeah,
we didn't buy. Or we planning to campaign. Well, we need a beer. You didn't know my check nose mask and Namo, and Lambele, and Namo. Mini Jerry Ahmed, and Mokola. COVID time, Massa, who shaped me in some Jerry down no shed and some news me say, I met it to bone and say, bone. And I drew near Mokola. Bayer 8. No, where you say you pay baby. You really no positions. And they don't even do anything. And you talk, you go and complain, say, look, this position should be used to serve the just say, Nipa no more industry no.
So what? So what's the?
Then you go and stand there again to akachi am so mumrebium. If so much Jimmy.
And say, the position here, dang.
They use positions to serve themselves, like mini penny when your position be here. It's not about. It's about like
family benefits.
But
Nana Beneta Kwako. What are your thoughts, observation, post-mortem? What do you think? What Mama Sapunsu. What I see at the NTR, maybe comedy be favorite. So that my passion goes through because
Hali,
yeah.
Let me talk about the landslide victory first.
And you know Halifax.
Hey, yes.
You see, your coalitions. Then you sit back, you read the terrain. Obia when you pon the chair no. Yeti han say, Obia when nature there. Obi wo ha otimi every day niema no aka ade we fafa. You go round, you give people strategy. me abogu, and you can see say ebia executives be omo ho no. We say omo nya hwe and one see e ko mobilizing crowd ni agina na nyoma kasa oni omo kasa wi a uko omo so ko. Do you think say kasa na obeka kire no but you are giving strategy to mobilize and bring the people in obedient you, and they are spending money on frivolous things. You akofa your friend is saying bia dryer any how do you call it ne chichema nipa no. Halifax, would that win the person to come and vote for you? No. There are strategies, there are ways. Say, oh, be on better say I can be say, oh look, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. Almost you are shit. And you see some candidates who are struggling today.
What is the meaning of shit? Look, you
see some candidates who are fighting over 1,000 votes as we speak. Meanwhile, you give them a strategy that can give them over 10,000 votes.
When you give it to them, oh,
yes, Matthias.
And I'm free on that shit.
They won't even mind you.
Not yet, free no yet, They
won't even mind you, Halifax. And then they are fighting over 1,000 votes. Some of them are struggling over 500 votes. Meanwhile, what were they doing? They were doing the same campaign they've been doing always. You tell them, say, no, where the elections have gotten to, no, this is not a strategy.
They've been the pink sheets, now you lie. I send them the pink sheets, you lie. Me, no.
What do you mean, Casanoti? Who do you watch rich in the moon? No, way, no, defect, whatever. No, okay, what? Oh. Sometimes they can even tell you, say, oh, my try way that I think say it works in a way.
Safa comes around to remember so one question and then beam. One question. When they are working if the economy was intact, the promises have been fulfilled. Strategy or no strategy, will the people not see? Say, by the way, the museum challenges and then they will come out and say that look, and when you say the country say now let's mobilize. Mishia must name. Na me fan to abapa. So why are we blaming it only on strategy, forgetting that
yes. Halifax.
Yeah.
Sure.
Me sure.
It drew baby Israel for them. Na the prophet will come. Explain things to them. There are ways of explaining things to people. There are ways. But how come say it didn't go down? Yes, but way ABCD. How do you indoctrinate the people and then let them know what you have done? For them to buy into your friend is saying, how do you call it?
Your message.
Your message. How do you do that? This kind of message, and your platform, so wak of friend nipa bejina oni abo nyum kinkiki sisifia no yadi kasa asem chile nipa o. No. There is a smart way of doing it. There is a smart way, and you explain it to these people.
Okay. So your answer to my question is that
yes,
yes, there was a communication problem.
Yes, and there is a better way.
Let me be fair to Safo. Obebe can say, oh, not by the party are losing, and into na or cancer. No crazy honorable worry. Then so yen can cray. Yen can crash right in union. And yen na Safo started say ombo konkoni 4 years ago. Send a Safo kasa about information, communication, dear moi ye. This is what Safo said in this studio 4 years ago.
And then the office and everything there in my own capacity, my if somebody is listening, they should tell the president that some of us are getting tired. You should tell the president some of us are getting tired. The frustration is too much. The frustration is too much. We've been quiet for far too long. And it looks like some people feel say being quiet means you are stupid. No. Being quiet is giving people time to reform. We voted for a party. The president is doing whatever he can do. But there are people who don't understand why they are even in office. There are people who don't understand or value whatever they have been assigned to do. Somebody should tell the president something is wrong. We are tired. It's far too long. We can't come and sit here on empty stomach for 4 years. We finish and we go and beg friends for food. And at the end of the day, people sit in certain places and they want to be carried in palanquins and hail their places for what? And common information. Sometimes getting information to come and sit on radio is a problem. And if you are, maybe a friend say, Nasema, okay. Please, we come and sit here sometimes not with information. How we struggle to get information. If this party should go into opposition, they should blame it on information. Because the normal machine
and the same thing he's saying today, this was 4 years ago. Osi Hali, enu krese na nyama mwaye dinensu ebinsu woho amaye niji enu krapo bebongu derwebo konkoa monfa information number. How can you te afete ali ke balobehi? If there is no messenger, how would the message be delivered? And this is a messenger with no information. Anyway, I'll come to Safu again for round 2. Nene benete akwaku. Why you put your hand for jaw?
Hali.
Yeah.
That's Safu in film nakwe. Safu mama. It is good you recorded this thing about him 4 years ago.
It was a live program.
But after that, between then and until recently, I didn't see Safu on that same tangent. Because it is only when you hammer the problems into the heads of people that they will take you serious and they will know say you really. But after that 4 years, consistently, let me say for the past 2 years, it appeared to me, it appeared to me, say, Safu was not even allowing people to even criticize the system. That was the impression I got. And that's the impression I still get until today. For the past 2 years, se Safu koso Emma wonu etiasiese there is still problem in MPP.
Actually, I will say you go to offices and you talk to people, don't you?
You don't get me. It is not only talking about it in office. It is only when you meet him on radio and you consistently do it that he will sit up. But until recently, some of us were painted as if we hated MPP. Simply because we wanted to tell them the raw situation, unadulterated, on the grounds. But that is by the way. Halifax.
Oh, Patrick, so person won't born wrong or more ma will queen.
We see. Yes, there were times Safu's posture. Safu's posture for a better part of the period was too praising. It made them feel too comfortable.
Now,
seriously,
it's the same thing I'm saying. So you wanted to go raw.
Halifax, you see, I'm talking on 2 points. The landslide victory of Muhammad.
So which one? So the one you said plenty. Which one?
And then the humiliating defeat of the NPP. President Muhammad Senior JJ Khan won by a difference of about 1.6 billion. Number 8 now, if he had gotten number 1, probably the numbers would have even been higher. It's very difficult for an illiterate to go counting 1 to 8. And if even upon a number 8, he still performed this way. And then your first no can be, but all the same, Muhammad had broken records. At least with him, he'd be the first candidate out. Wababam, Waluzu, was like a fighting from behind. Esa Babium.
So he's the first returnee president.
Yes, the first returnee president. Number 2, or the Oba vice president, Eba, which is also very impressive.
To bring a female vice president.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he has also opened a new door for the Jones to come back to power. Well, I can say the era of Jones were over. We had Jerry John, who ruled from 81 non-stop around to 2000. When we had a John Kufuor, then we had John Atta-Mills, and we had John Mahama until William Akufo-Addo came in. And now we have another John. So he had opened another door for the Johns in our history. But then let's see how it goes. Expectations are very high for him. Say expectations are very, very high for John Mahama. So he needs to work and work hard. With his video be ABC. Media the money too map Mahama name say. Oba ombeti ashawo line no so. Na video no ha. Ombeti price no so. Obama price no so. Na minti na me two man no. I have the video here. So everybody will minti a autonaba. Obi will minti a autonaba. Obi wo not every life can be changed. Not every life. Obi wo oti you container no or gangaria was our street no so be containers no one. He's so satisfied with that. Onu na ehwe e ma na omuton ni ma na omuton ni ma na omupon onu na ehwe so ma wo no bia be ma no 2 cities. He's so comfortable and satisfied. Into only digitalization the best is no. He's so happy with that. So that is it. But I think say Mama should be given the kudos. My fear for the trend if NDC should get the 2/3 majority.
Oh, have they not crossed?
I think they are yet to 180. Okay, 2/3 is 184.
They've crossed already.
Oh, okay. Then we are in. Okay. Then there's going to be serious problem because with 2/3, even without minority, no.
Serious problem for who?
Well, say me ba. Once they get the 2/3, you know, there are so many things they can do, including changing even all the Supreme Court judges. 2/3, that's all they need. They don't need anything from anybody.
I don't have my facts
okay.
here. I thought Supreme Court judges retire. They are not changed.
Yo.
Is that not what the Constitution says?
Well, okay, we will come there.
Okay.
But I bet you they can be changed. Halifax.
Yeah.
With these 2/3, you know, any unentrenched, and I'm kind of saying, entrenched portion of the Constitution can be changed by them. 2/3. It is only the entrenched portions of the Constitution that they cannot change. But all of this can be changed 2/3. It's your honor, you know. But when I come to the humiliating defeat, you know.
Until the chapter 1.
The humiliating defeat, you know. Me, I think Dr. Bawumia, the concession was good. It helped the nation. It toned down the tension. However, Minyaya and Kansa Ono, and all consider on the presidential. Now on Jai parliamentary because I remember he shouldn't have mentioned it if I were him. He shouldn't have mentioned it, but what they can say parliamentary means so though a number Yahoo say Winnie Bebre. And I think that thing energized the NDC to start going to collect all the rest of Nyamba as if said they've already won those ones. It created problems for some of our people who were, you know, at the borderline with these people, some with 25 difference, some with 40 difference. NDC was fighting left, right, and center for those areas. I don't know. That is me. I will say, like you asked a very, very good question I wanted to ask. I was preparing to ask, but what is that? I will say the 7 million people that didn't come are all MPP. Say register no 18 million, 11 million I bet you about. I got 7 million. The 7 million people that didn't come, we can't say majority of them are MPP. We cannot say that. There is no basis, no scientific basis to say they are MPP people. Halifax, every election cycle, everybody starts on a clean slate, 0-0. Untimi can say last year we have 4 million, intimi we 4 million ego hodada. Na me here we kakra e dia goso. You never say that. Every election cycle and a fresh table cry. But if they tell me say eyi omo amamba no eye MPP for na omo bu na afua. They are even worsening their case. They are even making their situation worse. So what do you to say? MPP for bofu omuni enji wabambo no ana you can say. We governors no one. Then what else are you telling me? What about the person who is not even MPP? Then you are giving the NDC a clean slate, a check, blank check. So what do you to say 7 million no nyina ye wu krofo na wo mu bu efu nti no mwamba no. It is not only you.
But he said nobody say he said 7 million.
Listen. Listen. I don't know what you are even defending. Because we are losing finger. But you are saying 7 million.
You don't nobody say 7 million.
So let's be realistic. He meant omwamba betuno.
7 million.
Hold on. He gave you the statistics how we arrived at 7 million. He gave you the total registered voters, added those who turned up, and separated it from the total.
Yes. And that nobody has said that the rest are all MPP.
That is the impression out there. That MPP for no on one bar betu.
You can about 2 million votes at 7 no bia matis obia because bia mentioned 7 million votes.
Nachi. It is the same thing the man is saying.
He says 7 million. He mentioned 7 million. That's why I came in. He mentioned 7 million.
But he didn't land.
He finished.
Yes, Sappho is just because I put him straight to say he didn't tell us all these things for the past 2 years. He was being psychophantic all along.
I see anything.
Praise singing.
I know they are psychophantic.
You see, yes.
Psychophantic.
Yes, he was doing praise singing all along for the past 2 years. Consistently, Sappho never showed them where their weaknesses were on radio. It's a musukahu. Manusa attitude no made them feel that they were so comfortable.
He wasn't behaving like Kennedy at Japan.
Yeah, okay. And I heard the vice president say our numbers came down by 40%. And no evidence behind that say our numbers you mean but
so you finished the humiliating defeat.
There be minyam set Sappho be crossum. Because Halifax, our youth connect didn't work. I'm now associating myself with
the MPP, okay?
Our youth connect didn't work.
You couldn't activate your body cams.
There were two categories of youth in the world broadly.
First category,
youth who are in school. In the second category, youth who are on the streets. It is like our miracle and the rest of them were only connecting to the youth in school. There was very little or nothing to show. So we were connecting with the youth on the streets. The youth on the street are more than the youth in school. It is a precedent to know called constituency where no matter mounty, what do you call it? Canopies, Mienumi and Sambi. Now, you for better now, 200. Now, any kasa. But the youth in the ghettos, where is our own version of the Batinsalis? But they were ready to go into the ghettos. They were in the ghettos telling the people different things. Me, Charlie Halifax, manu no. Election where I am people lozo yenu. Obia de anya me bufuo kra chen Michael Kui.
Domi kwa benya. Osi on lose
Me die kra na ya me bufuo kra.
Osi on lose. I'm
sorry to say if I had my way I would say he's the anyway.
Ajobreo.
Oba
Nyabotre.
You know he virtually donated the seat to the NDC. He donated the seat to the Yes. Mike Okwe donated the seat to the NDC. Now say Oba Besia fighting for seat to win. When MPP was not even in power, There was no assistance from any Jubilee House anywhere in 2012. She fought for that seat. She won it a margin of close to 40,000 difference. Winning 2016, MPP was still in opposition. She fought from with her own resources. She retained the seat. And then 2020, for the third time, she retained it. Odimawa want me and Kipunu for even one political session. Immediately she gave it to you. You donated it.
Are you not contradicting yourself?
What do you mean?
Yeah, but when I country, you say every election has its own dynamics.
Yes.
Into for the fact, say, Obi winning a particular constituency of 40,000 margin, and nun say for another election, 40,000 nun go change.
Yes.
So why you
remember there be till Halifax? Remember, see, why did I say of all the MPP losing, you know, the me from Krano. Why did I say so? Domi being the largest constituency in the country, Domi was the Florida, had always been the Florida of the MPP. Domi had been a
Accra's Bantama.
Yes, Accra's Bantama.
Accra's K2 South.
You see now. And Domi had been a place where an MPP should win even when sleeping. When he went beyond sleeping.
But that wasn't only the NDC safe seats were Accra and Ambo.
Yes.
The wind was blowing. We don't go to cry or moon. The population said Mokoya and Mokoa, but that's all. Nene, check the coast. Aguamofiamo. Diobia Esther Omudi no pota babia.
Way west, Ablekuma West. And Yamma too much. Yes, but the gap would the thing was coming down until 4,000 recently. I also west. Yes. Back down until about 4,000, 3,000 the last time.
That way you didn't know here. University didn't market.
It's highly unacceptable. Because who should Nipana or Bana any pusher or Nyaye because he came into the system when there was a Jubilee House.
When was the last time
there was a Jubilee House for him?
When was the last time
he was an ambassador in the first term?
Then when was the last
time? He became
time?
head of Free Zones Board the second term. When
was the last time NDC won Ayawaso West Wogo?
The last for the last unforeseeable time.
Exactly. But Domelo we need no beg. In Frama Bine, but almost breathe. You see, it looks as if there was something offensive to the nostrils.
This particular guy was not prepared for the campaign. He wasn't. He wasn't on the ground.
Are you saying
he was focused? Halifax, for me, it's a place that had been on my radar for a long time. I have relatives there. Almost every weekend or the other weekend, I go there. This guy's presence had always been in Taifa and Kwabenya. The real Domi and Kasa, where the population is thick, So
let me see.
MPP,
So let me see if I can make this point right a bit. Accra. Nenemen Kofa Mike. Which of the MPP candidates had it right in Accra?
We'll see.
You heard the question.
The anytime we catch you, before I made my
so who had it right?
I told you that of all the losses,
of all the losses that are organic, generic, automatic.
I'm not saying that. Yes, I clarified myself. Say, of all the losses, near Bufokra and Domi. So I'm not holding brief for the other losses, but me just say near. So
let us come.
Halifax, I have a question.
No, I ask the questions and you give the answers. What is the issue? He said okay and pipe down.
That's a question. And Halifax, this one you can answer.
It's Mami Mbokong.
Pacho. Couldn't say every vote of NPP ever down.
Name.
Okay. Check
because a Futu and bad down.
And Namiko be a horn me ban say. How come say a Futu was able to appreciate? How come a Futu votes a Kosro? Why? Miti Hanse Mitch will say.
But me when a Futu so.
Yeah. And Namika say You see, elections is about strategy. It's about strategy. Nyankopon eche obia bibi. Nyankopon che obia bibi. You are sitting here talking about.
You are repeating. You've said this thing already.
Halifax, I was called an alarmist. Me. For calling attention to certain things. Me. I was tagged as an alarmist.
Well, but you also tagged me NDC when I was proving you wrong.
Alarmist. Yeah, bisa asem na can basis way. We say alarmist.
Okay, Yanko. Yeah. Well, I want to see a Ghana where people should be proud to say I belong to this party, I belong to that party, without any fear or shame or acrimony or. Safo, I voted for your party. No, I'm not lying. I voted MPP.
Safo, that was studio help.
Safo, boy, for the Aden.
But why are you angry? Really, there's no worry.
I don't ni abo. Na sawoti. Konya. Na just samaba. I don't ni abo. Na sawoti. Konya. Not just samaba.
Anyway, says Safo, a dry. Oh, female bio. Then swatch charge. Inti mammy stop your moha. Send on my charge, idiot. Mammy stop for moha. Look,
Then you two are adding more issues.
Your mics are on anyway. The three of you. Inti my phone. It's one country. Let's live in love. Let's congratulate, the winning team. Let us wish the NDC government very, very, very well. Answer na yeko tu abano. Metsi konya we aso. And I'm Mr. Obia say, Muma campaign wo odomo. Let us be sure that by the time that election ended, we wouldn't have destroyed relationships. Nipa bebre antie. Many relationships have been destroyed. Who here? Safo, I have something to tell you. Sure. Do you know I wrote on Facebook I was going to vote for the MPP?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And indeed, I voted the MPP. So when the NDC won, somebody who I sponsored to the university. My friend is we do 30. I know I get man. When him do a catch me. Someone I'm going to my MPP, no. Someone buying free so. You better be open your second year to a fee.
Oh, I'm buying free so.
They be announced that someone was again. You better be open your second. And I make catch and say,
I don't know now,
I don't ni abo. Na sawoti. Konya. Not just samaba.
So when I now go on Facebook and I write that, let us be careful that you do not insult and show disloyalty to your destiny helpers because of political change. And if I be intimacy. Mumaye nyabo tro nampanyifo no omoye baako. Yo. That day the majority leader after teasing the minority leader R2A 5 minutes later they were having lunch. Where were you by then? Mumaye nyabo tro. Na ya mayoko no mpanyifo omo di enim no omoye baako. Men mamun and yes, against Nasana amayo 70 titi. Even in this creative arts industry, the way we behave during the campaign, we certainly need some reconciliation. Certainly, there is a difference between teasing Sappho City and says, "Oh, John DeMello, yes, Slay King." That one, I mean, I'm sure he can laugh over it. But the type of things, I because now baby spoke against. Is it a GMX? DD.
Music.
Omo jare ne ho ma no kama. Efa shaving stick jiri ne ho ringi na boso kolebo pada. Ene. So that is my last political discussion for this whole year. The Akano will focus back on our arts, creative arts, and gossips and whatnot. And I mean, you're back on count. Professor no ye Juma na ye Juma. Friday me come. If you see Debbie prophecy about one fanya me when fa income shehu mu ho hwe mu twantro. And I had to Mo send messages bebre no enya se me so me kan your internet no engine so to see akra article into I'm sorry but I can't read them. It's now bebre but maybe next time. Yeah, but on that note, let me plead once again, a change of government will keep happening as long as our democracy thrives. Don't let us bend this country because there is a change in government. Let us stop attacking each other. The law will deal with you. If you go and attack somebody in an unlawful way and you get arrested, your godfather will not be there with you when you are jailed. Let us respect the law. Let us congratulate the winners. And let us, if we tease the losers a bit, but the violence, the acrimony, the attacks, and who here. 12 abo apa simami no. Your message back on bepe we die ASMB so. Inti dana NDC MPP winning ya ombe 2 OKFM no. Mami no 2 OKFM no. Me didn't do Halifax my pon me call Peace 104.3 for the media. Obeba be tumu bio mana. Because
Aya dawro ni abo. Na sawuti. Konya. Na tsa samaba.
What goes around certainly comes around, and what comes around certainly goes around.